Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. The address we're inspecting today is 15211 Southwest Criterion Terrace, Portland, Oregon, 97224. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it should be noted that some major sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We are running some water from the first floor bathroom sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Upon entering the cleanout, we get deep, we dive straight down on the ground. So here we are pulling out of that. As we pull out of it, there is a little bit of standing water, and we'll turn off the water on the pullback where we'll be curious to see how this area reacts with the water turned off. If everything drains out of here, then we're feeling pretty good. But as we reach the bottom of this, you can see, and this is an area where it's pretty typical to have a little bit of standing water. So for whatever reason, the drain repair technicians struggle to keep a downhill or a strong pitch in the pipe as they're pulling out of a straight down dive. So we're coming straight out of a dive. We're pulling out of it, and instead of gradually coming out of it, they do this all the time. It goes flat. And it goes flat for just a little bit, and then it improves, picks up, and away we go again. And so it would be an area that you'd want to keep an eye on, so we'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, just keeping an eye on that area. Of course, if issues ever worsened, if that area got worse, some repairs could be required in the future. But we like that it's at the bottom of a straight down dive. So everything at that point, up until that point, has picked up humongous downhill velocity, just flying, just zipping through the pipe, hits that area. You can see the water was crystal clear. So, nothing really slowing down enough to thicken up the water or get any sludgy buildup or anything like that. But it does go, the camera head did go underwater for just a few inches. So, very typical. We see it all the time coming out of that dive. And again, like I said, we'll turn off the water on the pullback, and we'll be curious to see what happens in that area with the water off. Plus, we weren't able to see much as we were pulling out of the straight down dive. So with the water off, we'll be able to see that area better too. We're going to enter in the city lateral here. So we're going to turn off the water, and we're going to drain everything out. We're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse with the water off. But it looks like at this point it would be recommended to keep an eye on things. So we'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years to keep an eye on that area and make sure it doesn't level or worsen. With the amount of rain that happens up here in the northwest and the amount of weight and pressure on this pipe, additional leveling is possible. And so that's why I would recommend monitoring. But I think at this point it's not really showing any signs of issues. It doesn't have a big, thick, sludgy buildup. It's not showing signs of thickening and blocking or anything like that. So water was relatively clear. Things look like they picked up so much speed they just kind of buzz right through that area. But again, something to keep an eye on. So I would say at this point, unless we see something different on the pullback, I would say that the sewer pipe today passes inspection, but you'd want to keep an eye on it. So a pass inspection, but with a recommendation to monitor, and then of course repair or replace as needed in the future. So here it is again. Like I said, we feel even better about it now, I think, because as we hit the bottom, most of it's drained out. So we go underwater for just 2 inches, then we pop back out of it, and then we drain and transition. So not too bad. Just keep an eye on things.